Hello students, welcome in our today's class. So today we are going to start a poem, Animal by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman, he is an American writer, poet. So let's know something about Walt Whitman first, about the poet. Walt Whitman was an American poet. He broke the tradition of rhymed and metrical poetry and was famous for a revolutionary form of poetry which is known as the free verse. So here rhymed and metrical poetry means the poetry in which there was a rhyming scheme, just like we say A, B, B, A, B, like that the rhyming scheme we are knowing in the poem. So here Walt Whitman start writing a kind of poetry which is free verse. Free verse means there is no rhyming scheme, means no line rhymed with the other line. This is free verse poetry. Rhymed and metrical poetry means in the poetry there is a rhyming scheme of stressed and unstressed syllables. But in free verse there is no rhyming scheme, no lines rhyme with another, there is no foundation of stressed or unstressed syllables. So Walt Whitman starts writing poem in free verse form. This animal poem is written in free verse form of poetry. Okay, so next move toward the text. Now, animals. About this poem, the animal is from the work of Whitman, that is Song of Myself. This poem, the Song of Myself, is taken from his Leaves of Grasses. Leaves of Grasses is a collection of poetry. So Walt Whitman has written a collection of poetry. The name is Leaves of Grasses, and in that Leaves of Grasses there is a poem, Song of Myself, and this animal poem is taken from this poem, Song of Myself. So in this poem, basically in this animal poem, Walt Whitman wants to become an animal, or he wants a company of animals, because he found that animals is far better than the human beings. So throughout the poetry he only given a comparison, he only done a comparison between the human and the animals, and at last he found animals are far better than humans, because animals never wiping out, never crying on their miseries, sorrows and wrongdoings, and instead of animals, and in other hand the humans are only complaining and they are only arguing. So when Walt Whitman compared between the human and animal, he found animal are more better, animal are far better than human being. So he wants a company of animals instead of human being, or he wants to be an animal instead of human being, because they are more better, because they are more happy and they have more human qualities in spite of human beings. Now next move to the text. Versus human. In the poem, Walt Whitman given a comparison between animals and humans, and at last he found animals are more better than humans. So what differentiates, what different he has given in humans and animals, that we go through with the points. First of all, he said that animals are more calm and self-content than human beings, as human beings are more greedy and they are full of jealous towards their community, towards the other people, but humans are more calm and self-content. And second thing, animals are more happy what they have, and they have no complaint about their miseries, sorrows, problems, what life they have, what things they have. If they found anything to eat, then okay. If they are empty stomach, then okay, they are not complaining about their situation, about their problem. In spite of animal, human beings always complaining about their miseries, their sorrows. I'm in that situation, I have this problem, that problem. So humans have a habit of complaining all the time. I'm so misfortunate. I got in that situation. That will always happen to me. This, that. So always they are complaining, and this nature animals don't have. They never complain about their situation. So the poet liked more animals than the human beings. And the last third things, poet found animals are more honest in their relations. We humans are always expecting in our relation, always expecting ki if we build up relation with anyone, it means there should be a equal give and take in our relation. And sometimes humans are paying more attention towards the rich and strong people. They are behaving differently to the weak people or to the authority people or to the rich people. Their behavior, the way of communication, the way of behave, the way of paying hospitality towards the common people and towards the rich people. So these differences, it's not seen in behavior of animals. Animals always behave in the same way. They don't give importance to any particular class of their community. But we humans are giving importance to the by the status of that person. If that person belongs to a rich community, if that person have more facilities, more links, more kind of jugaad or other thing, then we are paying more respect. We are giving. Our attitude of behavior is changed towards people to people, according to their status, according to their background, according to their services. So these things are not seen in human beings, in animals, and for that, Walt Whitman finally take a side of animals rather than humans. He found that we humans have to learn from the animals, as these are the qualities must be in human beings which animals are showing to today's world. So Walt Whitman goes at the side of animals rather than humans. I could turn and live with animals. So in the first line, the poet said, I think I could turn and live with animals. By seeing the animal, the quality of animal, finally poet decided, I decided to live and turn towards the animals. They are so placid and self-contained. Placid means calm. And self-contained means control, self-control. So the poet said, I think I could turn and live with animals as they are so placid, they are so calm, peaceful and self-contained, and they have self-control. Means the animals are so placid, so calm regarding what they have. They don't complain, they don't compare, they don't feel jealous. They are happy in their situation, what they have. And they are self-contained. What they have, they are satisfied, totally satisfied with that. They are not feeling any kind of jealous. They are not interfering in anyone's matter. They are not in the habit of interfering. Instead of animals, the human beings has a habit to interfere in others' matter. So the poet said the animals are so placid, so calm, so peaceful, and they are so self-controlled. They don't interfere in anyone's matter. They only enjoy their own life. They are happy in their life. Whatever they have in their life, they are contained with that things. I stand and look at them long and long. So for that reason, these reasons, the placidness, the self-containedness, these qualities of human being restricted the poet to stand and look at them. Look at them, them is the animals. So by seeing these qualities, the poet is standing at that place and start observing, start looking at the animal, and this observing towards the animal, the poet doing it from a long time. He is observing the qualities of human being from a long time, and finally by seeing all this, he decided, he thinks he could be turned towards the human. He should leave the community of human beings and turn towards the animals, as animals are more peaceful, more calm, more self-contained than the human beings. Here, turn towards the poetic devices. Now, first of all, this I and I. This is assonance. Here the figure of speech, assonance, the poetic device is assonance. Assonance means repetition of vowel sound. Whenever there is a repetition of vowel sound, is that assonance. And the second figure of speech is repetition. Repetition means when the two word is continuously repeated. When the two words is when the same one word is repeated. So there the poetic device is repetition. And one more poetic device is anaphora. Anaphora. Anaphora means when the word is consecutive repetition of the word, as I and I. There is a consecutive repetition of I and I in a continuous line. So there is anaphora. Anaphora, figure of speech, poetic device, is used when the same word is repeated in the consecutive lines in the continuous lines. So the figure of speech is anaphora is used. Here in this paragraph, there is three figure of speech. That is, first one is assonance. Assonance, here the I and I, the vowel sound is repeated. Then the second is repetition. The same word is repeated in a sentence. And the third one is anaphora. Anaphora means the repetition of the same word in the consecutive line. When the same word is repeated in the continuous lines, that are anaphora. I hope this first para is understood by you all. Now the next paragraph. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. Sweat and whine means cry. Crying about their condition, they are the animals. So here in the line, the poet said the animals don't cry about their condition, about their miseries, about their sorrows, whatever condition they have. They don't regret and they don't cry on that as we humans are doing. We humans always complaining about our situation, that animals don't do. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. Means the animals don't awake in the dark, means in night, as for their sins. Sins means wrongdoing. Wrongdoing. So animals don't awaking. They are not stay awake in the night for the repentance, for the regression. They have done these wrong things. They don't show any anger and grief on any mishappenings happens to them or any wrong deed happens to them. They don't repentance for that, or if any wrong deeds happens with them, they don't cry with them. As human beings are awakening in the night for repenting their deed, for the repentance, for the regression, that animals don't do. And they don't make me sick. Sick means make me irritate, make me frustrate, make me irritate. Discussing their duty to God. Duty to God means human beings have a habit. Sometimes if anyone has done any kind of charity, that people this deed he shares to everyone, or sometimes he shows that things I have done this work on the name of God, or I have done this work, I have do this charity for the poor people, I have do this charity for the animals or anything. So the human beings have the habit to get praise on the name of God, or sometimes they start saying ki, this good fortune I have, this good deeds done with me only as I have done good deeds in past, so I get this achievement result, I own my goal. So these type of discussion, these type of selling are not doing animals, and by these type of discussions actually human beings are irritating me in the company. When I am in the company, when the poet is in the company of human beings are always try to discuss about these things. Actually the main idea behind this, the main motto behind this discussion of human being is to get the praise. So they boost up their good deeds. I have done this good deed, so this good luck falls on me, and I have done this charity on the name of God for the poor people, for any charity, for any section of the society. So this type of things animals don't do, and so I like the company of animal instead of human, as they are not irritating me like human beings. Human beings are in the habit of always crying and complaining about their situation. They are awakening in nights for their wrong deeds, for their repentance, for their regression. As animals have no grief, no repentance, no pain, no suffering, whatever the situation is, they accept it, they are happy with that. And animals don't boost up their deeds. They are not in situation of showing off. They are not showing off their deeds. They are not showing off their love and affection if they shown to any animal, or if they shown to any human being. So they are not trying to get praise to boost up my good deeds, so I get the popularity in the society. That kind of things are doing by the human beings. So by these things actually I get sick, I get irritated among the company of human beings. So I like most the company of animals rather than human beings.